Good afternoon, America. The sun is shining, and it is afternoon. And with the sun shining, and our sun producing, was it 10 to the 27 watts of power, of which per square meter, I think it's 1,380 watts per square meter. 10 square feet per square meter would give you about 138 watts that you can try to grab either for electric or for hot water. And that was what I was going to give you some information on. Notice I'm in the crosshairs because we're sort of doing a little bit of preparedness, laying in supplies and see if we can be preppers. Let me tell you why you've come here. You've come here because you know something. You can't say what, but you can feel it. You've felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. It's like a sliver in your mind driving you mad. It's that feeling which has brought you to me. Unfortunately, no one can tell you what the matrix is. It's all around us. It's even in this room. And you need to prepare for it, basically for prepper and survival. Now, you have a choice. This is your final warning. You can take either the red pill or the blue pill. Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about survival prepping called the hot water rocket or the sun kettle. You open its wings, you point it toward the sun, you put 2 cups of water in it, and in about, an hour to an hour and a half, if it's real cloudy, you can say 2 hours, you're going to get very warm to almost boiling water. The problem is, 1, the cost, and 2, the fact it's only 2 cups of water mean that you're probably going to want to have multiple of these things. And of course, you're paying over $50 to get one, maybe up toward $55, I think I've seen on the internet, by the time you pay shipping. But everybody should have 4 of these things. Count them, 4! So basically, I'll switch to the outside and give you a little bit of information on the solar, how to get up to 32 at a fairly good price, and that's the only way you can do that is to order from the factory in China. So let me give you information about that. As you can see, basically these are hot water rockets. It's a bright sunny day, so I have several of these in operation. It takes an hour, hour and a half. We'll get 2 cups of hot water. But you need more than 2. You need 4, 6, maybe 8 for lunchtime. You may want to make oatmeal or make coffee here or have beef bouillons, things like that. So, or you may want to be doing a little bit of laundry or use hot water for showering. It's kind of like a comfort thing to have hot water, whether you're on the go, even for sanitizing water, lake water. So if you still have bugs in the water, you're not adding a little bleach or something like that before you're going to drink it, you may want to boil it. And these units are good for that. Robot2k@yahoo.com. You can send me an email if you want to order in bulk directly from the factory in China. Each one, if you buy 32 or a case of hot water rockets, you know, if you had 8 friends and all 8 each wanted to take 4 of them because they need that, whether they're going to store them at different sites or they simply want more water being produced in 2 cups. They need several of these units, or you could break a unit. Let's see, I believe this is an example of the tube that's inside the hot water rocket, and should it crack right at the end, where it's one glass tube and a vacuum and another glass tube, if it cracks right at the end because you drop it or the unit falls, basically it's going to be not as functional because the vacuum is now gone. So you would want multiple of these units. Okay, always carry this thing, not by the, they say this could serve as a handle, but don't. Always put a hand underneath it like I'm carrying it now on the base so that you can't drop it pretty much. It's always safe. Otherwise, the weight of it might cause the bottom to pull away from the pressed on top on the tube. That could crack the tube. So, as I say, send me an email and I will give you the actual email address of Humao Factory in China, where you can buy a case of these things. It would be $24 for each one and $12 shipping. Now, of course, since you're buying 32 of them, that's going to come up to about $1,148, something like that. And so, you know, when you get it shipped, it comes right to your door, FedEx, next week delivery. It crosses the Pacific in 1 day and it gets directly to you. So I was originally thinking, and maybe actually even selling them, 200 of them actually, and shipping them by boat across the Pacific. but bring them into a different port, keeping track of them, paying all that fee up front, you know, thousands, many thousands, 5, 6,000, and just trying to get it officially imported into the United States. Couldn't do that. So far better to just have FedEx drop it on, deliver it right to my door within 1 week, and that's how you do it if you order a case of them. Okay, the other thing you should have, incidentally, you can store the hot water in just a plain old inexpensive coffee thermos. This would hold like about 3 or 4 cups that I could be using for lunch to, like I say, take a simple shower with it. Certainly for water sanitizing drinking water or anything with algae in it. And last but not least is, of course, for laundry purposes, incidentally, one of these little rolling tubs called Odd Jobs for Concrete. You can open it up, put a little hot water, a little cold water, a little bleach, and then your laundry, and roll it around a bit, rinse it out in another little thing of water, and hang it on the line, and even without electricity or washing machine, you've got clean clothes. And of course, everybody recognizes these things as solar lights. So, but you can easily get them at any convenience or any store from Walmart on down or mail order. And you don't need to go through actually shipping in from China. But with the hot water rocket, if you email me at robot2k@yahoo, I can give you the contact point to the person who helped me. Nice young lady in China, and once you by PayPal can send the funds of about $1,150, the next week you will get a case of these things, which you can distribute to 8 of your friends, each one taking 4, and there's your case of 32. Okay, well, by all means, stay prepared, because all of us know that rough times are coming in 2015, 2016. Thanks for listening.